Hi, Vandase. I hope me right, otherwise in the shop. I'm Zanila Muni and this is my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notifications bell so that you can receive notifications whenever I post. If you are a regular subby, thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. Please continue to like and share my videos. In today's video, I will be talking about my experience in Taiwan. So while you are watching the intro, please like, subscribe, and also share my video.
Put the moon on, I calling me Cassius. Watch it like Bob said. Greedy, I can't pass it. Eating everything to get no fasting. I don't care how much you knew me in the past tense. I ain't no drilling style, this ain't no last dance. Way past.
Okay, so I have a book. I have a book with me because I wrote down some notes because I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm going to start by talking about how this all started. So I applied through a very reputable agency that recruits teachers from South Africa and other countries to go and work in Taiwan. So I applied through the agency and they responded to me in December. And they told me that they don't have jobs available for public schools, but they do have jobs available for language centers or / cram schools. All right. Okay. So I thought about it and I was like, okay, I know a language school is not different from a training center, but I was okay with this one because of the fact that they don't work on weekends and you also get the normal public holidays. So I was like, I think I can take this one. Okay, so I applied, I got through, I had the interview. During my interview, I want to mention this because I feel like it played a huge role in like how things or how my experience was in Taiwan. So during my interview, and this is something that I do in all my interviews, I did not speak in an American accent because I know that I do not have an American accent and I cannot fake an American accent to save my life. So I did not speak in an American accent. I spoke normally, like in a neutral accent where you can just hear everything that I say clearly. Okay. And during the interview, another thing that I also want to highlight is that one of the interviewers asked me, how do I deal or how do I feel about co-teachers or like the teaching assistants or the Chinese teachers? How do I feel about them correcting me in the classroom? And my response to that was that it depends on how they correct the situation. I really appreciate if they are professional about it. And I asked them, how do they do that if that's something that's happening at their school? And they said, oh no, the Chinese teacher will just pretend to be one of the students in your class, and if there's something that they feel like they need to correct you on, they will just say, teacher, isn't it blah 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 blah, you know, those kind of stuff whereby someone kind of like correct you in a polite way, and then as a teacher then you would know at that moment that okay, this person is actually correcting me or is actually wants me to present this in a certain way. Okay, so I was like, okay, I don't have a problem with that. All right, so it got to a stage now whereby I got through, I passed the interview. It was time to start preparing everything that needs to be prepared before I can leave South Africa. Now, obviously, you do your research, you try and find out what kind of a school is this, because now you got the contract, you know the name of the school that you'll be working for and all of that. Guys, trust me when I say I searched everywhere to try and find out about this company that I was going to work for. And the two things that I picked up from my research were that it is a big company, like it's a franchise where they have different branches around Taiwan and I think in China as well. So I knew that, okay, I'm going to be working for a big company. And also I wanted to know if people have experiences with this company. I only found one post, guys, one post in the Taiwan South Africans living in Taiwan group on Facebook. I only found one post, and the post was not even negative, So I thought, okay, if there's only one post about this company and it's not negative, it means then it's not a problematic company, or it's not a problematic school, so I will be fine. Okay, but now here was something that I would say was a red flag, but I did not really think about it and I did not really pay attention to it, is that after I had gotten the job, I was only communicating with the agency, the recruitment agency. The school, they only added me to their line account and they said, "Hi teacher," and that was it. They never communicated with me, guys. And I found that a little bit weird, because my experience with China, immediately after I got the job, I stopped talking with the recruiter and I was communicating with the school about everything. Unless the school does not understand something, then they would refer me to the agency and say, "Okay, can you please ask the agent about this?" But they were really hands on, they were very interested. I could see that these people cannot wait for me to arrive. But with the school in Taiwan, I felt like, these people, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if they want me, what's going on. They were just dead quiet. I was only communicating with the recruiter. Okay, fine, I did not have a problem with that, because it's not like there was anything that I needed from them during the process, like the preparation process. Okay, so now fine, I get to Taiwan. I arrived in Taiwan on Saturday and they only contacted me on Monday to ask about my whereabouts. I told them I'm on my way to the city, because I had arrived in a different city. They're like, "Okay, tell us when you are at this particular train station, someone will come and fetch you." It's like, okay. Then I got there, then the person came and fetched me. Guys, we walked with my big bags from the train station to the school. Fine, it was not that far, but guys, evening abantu, guys, like abantu abamcingelayo omnye umntu, you would consider the fact that this person has been traveling, this person une bags udiniwe. It doesn't matter how short the distance is from the train station to eskoleni, but sana njela obabuntu bokuthi ubhuke i-cab or whatever, so that lo muntu azofika kahle. Guys, we walked, the teaching assistant that fetched me from the train station, we walked to school. Fine, not a problem. When I got there, I was worried that they were going to ask me to teach, because that's what happened to me in China. I taught immediately when I arrived. So I was worried about that, but shame, no, they did not do that. When I got there, it was a Monday, and then they're like, okay, they gave me directions to this store where I can get things that I need. So I went to that store, I bought things that I needed, like your pillows, and your blankets, things that I was going to need. And then I went back to school, and then the head teacher drove me to my accommodation. And I was like, how? The head teacher even has a car. Girl, why didn't you fetch me? Okay, no problem. Right. Now let's get to things that I liked about the school. Because I did like a few things about them. Okay. So I liked my working hours. I was working from 2 to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was working from 2 to 6:10. And then on Thursdays, I was working from 2 to 8. And then on Friday, it was the same as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I really liked that. It felt flexible, especially on Tuesdays, because Tuesdays my classes started at 4:45. So, I had enough time before my class. And also, I loved the fact that the teacher that I was replacing was still there when I got there. So I got to observe how he was teaching the class. And I did not only observe his class, they also took me to other two teachers. The other one is from South Africa and the other one is from, I think, the UK. Yes, so I observed those classes. I also want to mention this, guys, because I want you to understand how I don't want to use amagama wrong, but this place name, they have 2 teachers from South Africa. It was me and the other lady, and they had a teacher from Canada and 2 teachers from the UK. None of the teachers is from America. Yes, the name of the school has America in it, but none of these people are from America. But these people wanted American accent. Okay, fine. So I did observe other teachers. I did observe the teacher that I was replacing. So I can say that they did give me training. Okay, fine. And then also I like the fact that they were not obsessed with games. You know, my experience in China, oh my gosh. Like all my lessons had to have games, songs, warm-up songs, and all those things that are gonna drain you physically. You know, that was my experience in China. But there, I like the fact that they were not obsessed with games. Yes, we did play games with my students, and the students did play games with the teacher that I was replacing. But it was just like games that are like, you know, like normal games, you know, where you can just play seated. You don't have to run around the classroom and do all those things. So I love that about the school. Now let's go to how things started going south. Okay, so the first month, I thought I just needed to adjust, you know. So the first thing that happened that I did not like, but I was like, okay, you know how Asians are. So after my first lesson, obviously they had to give me a feedback and stuff like that. One of the co-teachers wrote the word school in a small paper and showed me, and was like, can you please read this for us? And I read school, and then he was like, oh, okay, I don't think we're gonna have a problem with the accent. Huh? Okay. And then the next thing, he's like, oh, can you please, you know, reduce your perfume? It's too strong, and I think some of the students will have allergies and the parents will complain. I was like, okay,